I'm Evan, last name omitted for fear of being doxxed. Writer, soundscaper, man of the world. But what I'm not is a man of the stage, so that accent will no longer be continuing. Didn't like that bit? Good, it's dead. Hey people, it's Evan. As you may or may not know, it's finals week for us here at the show, so it's been pretty busy, but if you thought we were going to go 2 weeks without putting something out, you're fooling. So we got together, we did a recording, but the gods were not on our side that night, and there were a couple points where it just cuts out, and we lost some stuff. So I'm here in my editing room, or my bedroom, to kind of fix that up. There are going to be a couple points throughout this episode where it'll intermittently fade back to me talking about what we missed. I'll try to tell you what got lost in the noise, and I'll fade you back in from there. Enjoy. Neither of you have seen Akira. It is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Fucking course not, bro.
It's like Blade Runner. Okay, basically, you know Chronicle, that movie Chronicle?
No.
Shit. It was big. Chronicle was like big when it came out. It's like Avatar, The Blue People, where it was kind of big when it came out and no one remembers it 10 years later.
Oh, okay.
Akira is about this biker gang.
I've heard it mentioned in that.
It's about these teenagers in future Tokyo. It's called Neo Tokyo, and they're bikers. They're homeless biker. They're a biker gang. And one of the kids gets captured by a government agency, and he doesn't remember what happens. And then he gets dropped back onto the street, and he starts manifesting psychic powers, and he goes crazy and basically destroys the entire city. There's some fucking body horror shit in Akira. Let me tell you that. You haven't seen shit until you've seen a little kid get his arm vaporized by an orbital laser, and then he uses telekinesis to construct a mechanical arm out of scrap metal in the area. It is unironic, I mean, no pun intended, one of the most metal things I've ever watched. Like this kid, he's standing there, he's holding the stump of his arm, he's like, ah! And then he's like, wait, I can do this. And he puts one of his hands to his head, and you see all this metal just come up to him, and the metal and wires just forms a mechanical arm that he then grafts to his own body.
That's pretty badass.
It's really sick. We should watch Akira. We should get together at some point and watch Akira.
Well, we should get together at some point.
Come on.
End of the sentence.
I miss all of you.
I don't got nobody to hang out with except for all of these fucking people I DoorDash to, and then that one lady at El Limon that's learned my name because I've been there 12 times. I've came 3 times on the same night to El Limon, and she's just like, "Oh, it's you, Casey, isn't it?" And I'm like, "Yes, it is."
Oh, yeah.
I'm here to pick up for John. He tipped me.
There's this one lady. Have I told you about? No, I definitely haven't told you about. I don't know why I start all my stories with "Have I told you about?" when I know that I have not talked about this with anybody else.
You start all your stories of "Have you seen?" or "Have I told you about?" knowing damn well that we have not seen and you have not told us about.
This is fair. FYI, this is some good material. I might edit this into the actual episode somehow.
Do it.
Yeah. No. So anyway, what was I saying? So near in Exton, there's this place. It's the laborers training school. I think it's like a trade school. I'm honestly not sure. I think it's like a trade school. And right now it's closed down, but there's one lady on premises, and her name is, and she's dressed like a security guard, but I don't know what she is security guarding because there is nobody else on the entire campus. And she rarely orders food. She often orders cakes or like chips or drinks or just like junk food, right?
Yeah.
And then she'll order like this like multiple times a day. Like you will make like 4 or 5 runs, and it's like 2 minutes from the store too. And she has a car. That's why I think she, like, whatever her job is, she can't leave. But no, you deliver to 5 times a day, and she gives a weird vibe.
I'm already scared of her, and I never met her.
I'm not scared of her because she's shorter than I am, but like if she asks for my name, I'll give her a fake name.
Are you saying just because I'm shorter than you, you're not afraid of me?
I've never once been afraid of you, Sarah.
I could give you a reason to be afraid of me if you want that.
I know you could.
Oh, I'm sure you could.
Because you probably have like 12 people in your neighborhood that could give you a rifle, and then you could just show up at my house with a fucking rifle.
You're a woods person. Like, you could fuck me up. As far as I know, perpetually exists over at the Laborers Trade School on 30, and
she's never once moved.
I've seen her walk. I've never seen her car move. And I know it's her car because it has a vanity plate on the front from Delaware that says. I've never seen the back of it, so her license plate might actually just say. Yeah. Anyway, that's
quality stuff. All right, Sarah, are we gonna do our episode now? You got something?
I guess.
Come on, man. You got this, yo. The
The
people want to hear you speak.
But
The
okay.
people want to hear it.
I'm currently sewing a piece of clothing.
Like on a
I'm not
machine
being
or
that productive.
No, by hands because
Yeah, okay.
I
I
did
feel
my
like you hear it
laundry.
on the machine.
I did my laundry and something ripped, and I'm like, shit, I had to fix
Oh, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's what I'm currently doing while I sit here with you guys. Okay, so guys, I honestly have no idea what to talk about tonight. Like, I didn't have any big revelation as far as like a topic.
Okay, here's what we'll do, right? Do an intro, and then I'll cut it together. So I'll do your intro, and then I'll cut you saying, I don't really have anything to talk about. And we can just talk about random shit. I'll cut the shit in. I'll cut me talking about Akira in.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I guess I can do my intro. Okay.
Or I'll just do like a super avant-garde episode where like I'll just leave the intro in halfway in. Like it'll just start out. It'll be good. This will be
I was
fun.
talking to as far as like what an intro should be for tonight. She knows that I do a podcast, but she doesn't know it's with you guys.
Fair.
And she's like, how about you do this? So I'm gonna do this. Don't make fun of me, but this is how we're gonna start it. Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the countdown. Okay. 5, 4, 3. Hey, sexy ladies! Welcome back to Weeb Sports. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here tonight, and I'm here with my co-host Casey
Yo.
and Evan.
I gotta say, he doesn't know how to do intros.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
goofy.
I appreciate it. I like your shit better though. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't want to say skinny penis again for an intro.
This is fair. I plan on not repeating my intros.
Yeah.
Guys hear they put Master Chief in Fortnite?
They did what?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw they put Mando in there because you texted me about it.
They put Master Chief in Fortnite.
I do not like that. I was a fan of the Halo series. I do not like that. Also, once again, Mando and Master Chief are the same character, and I will not elaborate on it. And I mean that in a more specific way than just they're the stoic bounty hunter type. Like their voices are eerily similar. Their motivations are very similar in certain ways, except for
Master
I
Chief
don't
in
like it.
Fortnite. It apparently leaked on 4chan, so I don't know if it's real or not.
That would be an
it could be.
extremely adept rendering if it wasn't real.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, Halo. Is that a Master Chief render that exists?
That doesn't look like one. It's got the body proportions of a Fortnite character.
And the pose, too.
Yeah.
Kratos is in Fortnite as of tonight. They added him in.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah.
I'm not playing that game. I'm not doing it.
I'm not trying to get you to, honestly.
I'm just saying from a
Because-
general standpoint.
Owie! I just poked myself with a needle.
With the three of us, if we like all had the opportunity to, the three of us should play Fortnite together on stream.
Oh Jesus. That should be another. It should be an episode. Just
Oh guys. I told Casey this already, Evan. But
Yeah?
I finally downloaded Twitch. And now I'm watching Twitch.
Good. Who are you watching?
Swagger Souls, of course.
Yeah, valid.
My man.
you should be watching at Living Larger Than Life on Twitch.
Come
Link in the
on.
description.
He's not live right now, though.
Swagger Souls. I love that man. Like but anyhow, the bigger thing to come out of this is my username.
Ah.
If you had to guess what my username would be, what would you say?
I don't know.
My nickname, my username is Swole Train.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Nobody had it yet. Nobody took it yet. So I'm Swole Train on Twitch.
The Swole Train. Are you gonna live stream?
Nah, man. I'm just here to watch Swagger Souls.
Shit.
I love him. I want to meet him. I want to go out to dinner with him and just talk about random shit and then get high as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Before we go any further, we have to talk about the episode that never came to be, that was not released, because I had an epic moment during that
Oh,
recording.
you mean last week's?
Yes.
I would like to formally apologize for fucking up. We recorded a whole episode about Minecraft. To sum it up, Evan told me to play modded Minecraft for an hour and a half, and Sarah also had this revelation that she's going to tell us about.
Revelation. It's just I had a moment that I was like, Minecraft can be whatever you want it to be. And that's beautiful. But here's the kicker. I was high as fuck during that recording.
Shit.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
So now no one gets to hear me high as fuck. At least for
Your
a while.
sanctity is preserved for now.
So yeah, I'm not under the influence of anything right now. So
Casey deliberately did not download the episode because you refused to engage with you high.
That wasn't it. No, I was procrastinating.
hey, Casey has seen me under the influence of multiple things before.
Casey has seen Sarah under the influence of multiple things, and I've also seen her look like she was having a seizure along to giant steps while under the influence of multiple things. And I think it's one of the top highlights of my life so far.
Don't you have a video of that?
Yes, I do.
Oh shit.
I love being in somebody's life highlights.
Well, I don't got many of them, so that's definitely on there.
I think about that sometimes. Like,
Bruh.
how many people's life highlights am I in?
Bruh. Casey, you've seen me through it all, man. Pretty much.
Yes, I have.
Bruh.
I've also seen Evan demonically laughing while playing Stardew Valley.
You've also seen me high, but like that doesn't matter as much.
Yes, I have. You get chill when you're high. Sarah gets into jazz even more than she does previously.
Isn't it all surprising that I get chill when I'm high, though?
No, not at all.
We need to get high together.
Yeah, we
I'm
do.
not doing it.
ASAP.
doing it.
Okay, I'm talking to Evan.
Yeah, and for real. No offense, Casey, but at this point, if the plan concerns drugs, you are cut out of the equation.
Thank you.
Unless you want to be there.
Unless you need somebody to like drive people places, then I got you.
Bruh. Can we get high and then Casey just drives us around and we just listen to music the whole time?
No, because the entire time we'd be like, "Ha, you guys are high, and I don't know how to process the situation."
I can process the situation fine, dude. I am a grown man who knows how to process the situation. He just doesn't.
You
Oh.
are 19.
I'm grown though. That's what I meant. Like I can process people being high. I've definitely been around many a high person. That is not a new experience for me. I
Okay.
was at Av that night when somebody must have brought the good stuff because everybody was in the smoke room for most of the night. Dude, they must have brought the goods.
I'm going to give you a retelling of that night right now. So I was still living on campus. I was in... And at the time was in... And he's like... Well, that was the party I actually got invited to. That was the first party I got invited to, like on the Facebook page. And
There's a Facebook page for this?
yes.
Oh, shit.
But so I actually got invited. So he's like, "Hey, how about you and me go over?" And like was there with us too. And she's like,
Okay.
"Hey, how about you and me go over? We're gonna pregame at my house, and then we're gonna walk over to." And I was like, "Okay, wait. Oh my god, I had 2 different nights that year. I'm like mixing up nights. That was not the. Was that Casey? Was that?
Yes, which was the one.
Okay,
I cannot
so
wait for this COVID shit to be over because there are so many people who I've talked to who are like, "You got to go to party," like, and I have a standing like it's gonna happen at some point. The 2 of them want to see me get super fucked up.
only
so,
if I'm there.
Great guy. A1 dude.
A1, definitely. Not to be confused with an A24 dude.
Or
I went to high school with a
A1,
couple
the steak
of
sauce.
A24. No, I was thinking A24, the film company. Like,
The steak sauce.
you know.
Man.
No,
Oh.
I know what you mean, but like, you know people. You know A24 people.
How do you like your steaks?
Cooked. I'm a child, so like, I actually don't know. It's kind of like whatever tastes good, but I don't know how to describe it.
Bruh.
I like my steaks a good quality medium rare, but more on the rarer side. I don't like saying rare because
That's me.
sometimes when you say rare, they'll give you like straight up just like here's salmonella. I'm not a big fan of crisp with steak. Like I don't think you can get a crisp with steak at all. It's mostly just I want to have some blood in the bites that I'm eating. I want there to be.
Too, I like it bloody.
Yeah, I like me a good bloody steak.
Yeah, I feel like such a redneck hillbilly when I eat my steak because I'm always like, yes, blood.
Because I'm always lack. You slipped into dialect right then. Because I'm always lack.
Dude, we should go. There's a place that's not that far from me. I'd come and snag you called Nebraza. It's a Brazilian steakhouse, and I'm not sure if that's a thing that like because I've been told that this is how all Brazilian steakhouses are. I don't know, but I do know that Nebraza is like this, where essentially you sit at your table and you get like a little marker thing. It's like a coaster, and one side's green and one side's red. So you're sitting there, and dudes will come around with these giant sticks with meat on them.
Yeah.
And if you're with green, they'll come up and be like, "Would you like this kind of meat?" And then you'll say, "Yes, I would." And then they'll put some of it in your plate. And like until you tell them to stop, and then they'll be like, "All right," and then they go right, and you flip it to red, and they won't give you meat anymore.
That sounds potentially expensive, but like
It's relatively expensive, but it is worth it. It is some of the best meat I've
is it
ever
like a
had.
buffet thing? Like is it like a flat cost, or is it like
It's a flat cost.
okay? I would always I feel like I would get worried that I would like accidentally be racking up a massive bill that I could never afford.
No, it's great. If it's a flat cost, you just go in there and you eat a lot of steak and just general meats.
Best steakhouse I've ever been to was this place. It was an African steakhouse in the Dubai Mall.
Ooh, oh, 'cause it's fucking Dubai.
Yeah, of course it's Dubai, right? Best food I ever fucking ate was in
guys,
Dubai.
did you know that Evan went to Dubai?
Yeah, I did. I've eaten octopus.
That's
Tasted like
actually
pork.
sick. Like I'm like making fun of it, but that's actually like sick.
Octopus tastes like bacon. You heard it here first. It did. It tasted like bacon. It had this weird texture.
Guys, everybody go eat your local octopi. They taste
Octopus. I've had octopus. I've had sushi. I'd have African. I call it a meat bar. Kind of. That's the best way I can describe it because they didn't just add steak. We ordered these two. They had this platter, and it was basically like all the fucking meat you could ever want, except pork, because this was in the UAE and Islam. They don't like that. They had chicken, they had turkey, they had beef, they had horse, they had ostrich, they had like name a meat, and I probably ate it there.
Did you eat horse?
Yeah.
All the horse girls are quaking.
We have like 2-3 listeners. I don't know. Casey is. I'll look. Is a horse person?
No.
Okay, because I know that isn't, and I'm betting that isn't.
No. Are not horse people.
Oh, we have 4 listeners. Look at that.
We do. I was to say we have 4 listeners. If you don't count the occasional episode that my parents listen to, despite me telling them, please don't. I say fuck a lot.
I thought you told them to listen to it.
No, I told them to listen to one episode, and then they went, "Oh, I don't really like the language," and I realized, oh shit, I just curse entirely too much for my parents to listen.
Oh yeah, no. You think my parents know about this shit? Hell no.
What do they think you do at night? Do they just like, oh,
They just think I talk to my friends on Discord.
oh,
Dude.
Isn't wrong, but they don't know that I record it and post it to the internet.
excellent point.
My siblings listen to this. I think my brother's heard a couple
Yeah,
episodes.
that's more than 4 listeners. Then look at that.
Hey,
We're racking
hi
them up.
Evan's siblings. I like your brother.
We're racking them up.
That was I think, as in like maybe listen to a couple episodes a while back.
Still, we are famous.
Guys. I wanted to bring this up earlier, but I forgot. So earlier when we were talking about getting high and shit, I was on the phone with Casey the other day, and his mom was drinking. And Casey told me that when he turns 21, he's going to drink, and I was actually surprised.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that, honestly.
I'm not opposed to the idea of drinking. I'm like, that's not a problem. Most of the reason I don't do it now is simply because of the fact that if I get caught drinking underage, then there's a little chance I get a teaching degree, not teaching certification, and get jobs places. Because underage drinking is one of those things that'll kill you for that. But nah, when I'm 21, I swear, like I'm gonna call you and we're gonna get nice and dressed up. I'm gonna buy hopefully my parents will get me a nice bottle of wine.
You're gonna need about 3 if there's us there.
Jesus, you guys are gonna get okay. Then I'll get more
I'm
wine.
relatively lightweight when it comes to alcohol. Surprisingly,
I'm probably a massive heavyweight from what I know about me taking medicine, but I have no idea at this point.
Should I tell you the story of my parents and the whiskey? This isn't an Evan setup. I might have actually told you this story. They like bourbon, like very high proof alcohol. And recently, the shit that they enjoy drinking, like primarily enjoy drinking, has just been harder to find because of COVID and because of all that shit. So they've been trying other brands and shit. And recently, my dad was telling me he got a bottle of this stuff and he poured a glass of it for himself and for my mom. My mom took a sip and she's like, I just don't like this. It's just weak. And my dad goes, no, it's not weak. It's very strong. We're just used to drinking very high proof volume alcohol. So normal shit just seems weak. And basically, my parents have built up a crazy high tolerance for alcohol.
Damn.
That just makes me think that like your dad and your mom are both like the the dad from Coraline who's like looking at, you know what I'm talking about, like the meme where they're looking at the computer all sad. Except like imagine there's also just like 40 APV fucking sitting next to him, just ready to down that shit. I don't know. I just picked a random number
He's
that
just
is
got
way
a
too high.
glass of ethanol, a
That is a
mason jar
glass
that
of
he made
death.
himself.
You said whiskey, and that
fucking
reminded
moonshine.
me. I have peanut butter whiskey.
Why?
I don't.
What does
I
that
don't.
taste like?
It tastes actually
Well, I
really
mean,
good.
I'm
Like,
gonna go out on
Does
a
it
limb
kind of
and
taste?
say
I
it
mean,
tastes
like
peanut butter.
all like whiskeys to me kind of just have an overwhelming like, oh, this kind of tastes like how rubbing alcohol smells taste.
So like the taste, I mix it with stuff, but you get the aftertaste of peanut butter. Like I put it in chocolate milk.
I was just gonna say that would be it. That'd
I
be a
got
good
super
idea.
plastered on last Christmas mimosas, but the way mimosas the way my parents make them, which means it's like 90% alcohol to 10% juice.
At Christmas time, I usually get really fucked up on rum chata and hot chocolate.
Oh, hold up, is that rum horchata I'm hearing?
Yes.
Yo,
That's my go-to.
that sounds incredible.
I even have a big rum chata mug like for it.
See, every Christmas time I just get high off disappointing my parents.
Ah,
No, that's only the recent ones. When I was little, I just would open the new Madden game and then go downstairs. There was a morning, it was Christmas Day 2009. I came downstairs. I just got in Madden 10 and I put it in my Wii and I started it up and I didn't realize how loud the volume was on the TV because I had it muted through the startup sequence. And then the opening song of the game is Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. And it just comes blasting out of the speakers. It's just like, you're just like, imagine like, let's say again, it's like 10 maybe. My mom's upstairs making cinnamon rolls. And like my dad and my older sister are like, messing around it's like playing with whatever new toy. And all you just hear from downstairs is, just fucking screaming Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh my god.
As like loud as the TV will go. And it's like this giant late 90s TV. It's like 4 feet deep. The speakers are terrible.
CRT. I know exactly.
Yeah, exactly. You can already imagine
the same kind.
You can already imagine what I'm what that's like. It was amazing. I just didn't know it was that loud.
Hey guys.
What?
Hey, I said, hey guys.
Hey Sarah.
I miss you guys so much.
Oh.
And I want to hang out.
You know, we've now figured out the Holy Grail. Evan and I can play Portal 2 together.
Yeah, we can do
it's
remote play
fun.
together, split screen.
It's very fun considering neither Evan or I seem to know what we're doing
for
most of it. And I
genuinely have no idea how we're gonna solve that fucking box puzzle.
I absolutely wish that I was streaming because there was a moment where Evan and I were running
there were
around.
several moments. There were all. I'm thinking of the times where I mean, there's the time that I like just fell to my death trying to walk through a portal. There's the time I fell to my death because the speed gel momentum carried me off of an edge.
I was thinking of the moment when I was lurking around on one side and I turn around and Evan goes, "I'm going to try something," and then just walks off the edge. And I watched him do it on my screen. I remember vividly. I'm going to try something. Just walks off.
Did I remember the fucking light bridge? We got trapped in the fucking testing chamber because you made it over and I didn't.
Evan got left behind and we couldn't finish the level.
Yeah.
And then we just scrapped that level and we haven't done it.
Oh yeah, we tried another one, which we also did not beat.
So we're
doing better on the vault door.
Yeah, we're figuring out how that's working though. I mean, we know how the other level works. It's just we got to the end of it and then just one of us fell to our deaths and one of us didn't.
Yep.
That's all it was.
And I was like, there's no way they designed this so this can happen.
No, I think we just fucked something up along the way. Sarah, you should, if we stream that, you better watch it because I feel like it'd be very entertaining.
Maybe.
I just hope my internet can handle both doing remote play and streaming. Well, actually, Evan, you could stream it.
Yeah, I could stream it. That's what I do when we play with.
Yeah, that would work then.
We can do that after this if you're not too busy.
I'm busy with sleeping.
Yeah, fair.
Or playing Minecraft alone. One of those two things.
Well, if you're busy playing Minecraft alone, why don't you just play Portal 2 with me?
Because one of them is just explore the new Nether while listening to Minecraft music. There was a time, by the way, earlier in lockdown, I did this, and I don't think I'm ever going to recover from it ego-wise, where I was like, I got on my computer, and I was like, you know what? I'm kind of tired. I want to listen to some music. And then went, I want to go do something, and then played Minecraft until the same track came on in the game and on my headphones, and I went, Why am I doing this?
Coming after the cave update. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good update.
Oh, wait a second. Dude, you know what we should do? Sarah, you can definitely get in on this too. So I noticed this is a Twitter for a little bit as well. The last month was No Nuance November.
Oh, that's that.
Sarah and Evan, do we have any hot takes to then say without context?
First of all, what is a hot take?
A hot take is an unpopular opinion.
An unpopular opinion that is supposed to incite discussion. And part of the reason No Nuance November kind of annoyed me is because some people would say the most outlandish shit and then not back it up because that's the thing, but they'd say the most ridiculous thing. Like I saw somebody say being straight is inherently racist and then not say a word about it afterwards, even though the comments were all, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, that's No Nuance November.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, like I get the concept, it's fun, but also literally what the hell?
I don't think you're supposed to do that, like, seriously. Be like, okay, what's the dumbest unnuanced take about My Hero Academia that I could shit out? And it was Shigaraki is an allegory for communism, and the story is anti-communist because everybody wants to kill the guy redistributing all the power.
I get that. There was like what I was seeing mostly because
like I think that to say that displays a severe lack of understanding of the nuance of the text. I think that's what No Nuance November is. A hot take is like a hot take. The Last Airbender isn't as good as The Legend of Korra. I don't think that per se. I do prefer The Legend of Korra.
Somebody followed me on Twitter, like off of a comment that I made, and I went and I looked at their profile, and they have a pinned tweet that is Korra is better than Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I was like, oh, Evan and him would get along.
Like I enjoy The Legend of Korra more, just for personal reasons and for what that show has meant to me, and how that show has kind of been a comfort show over the past 3 months for me, or over the past. Oh my god, almost 6 months now for me.
Dude, I was expecting Rebels to be that when I came into Rebels, and then
Rebels is kiddie show garbage.
Oh no, except for when Vader's there, because then for some reason it gets ramped up to like
because they realized they couldn't do Darth Vader as kiddie show garbage.
James Earl Jones came in and said no.
I would say that like even the episode where Obi-Wan and Maul fight isn't very good overall because most of it's just Ezra. I almost just said Ezra Koenig. Ezra just fucking around in the desert.
It's and then Ezra fucking around in the desert, and then you get 5 minutes of some of the best Star Wars content I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Of an old
like that
Maul
scene
and
where Vader's mask is half blown off and it clicks for Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit is god tier. That's
there's also
on par with.
Also, there was a couple moments in Rebels that were really sick. Well, there was the moment when Ahsoka initially finds out where the apprentice lives. And then Ahsoka passes out, and then Vader talks to Palpatine, who, by the way, Palpatine was originally voiced by Sam Witwer in that show. But then, because Disney had more of a budget, they were like, Sam, I'm sorry, we're going to overdub your lines because we have Ian McDermott now, and he's going to do them. And so it's that's reasonable. You're like, all right, we'll get Ian McDermott. I'm sure when they called Sam Witwer and let him know, he was like, oh yeah, that's dude. Sarah, I feel like everyone in this chat would appreciate a good picture of Sam Witwer because he is a smoke show. Sam Witwer is an extremely attractive gentleman. Let me get this up real quick. Hold on. I'm trying to find
a hot take is an unpopular opinion that you hold. Like a hot take is like, oh, I think the Now Now by Gorillaz is a very, very good album. That's an actual thing, I believe. A lot of people disagree with me on that. That's a hot take. A no nuance take is completely different. I think a no nuance take is just like say the dumbest thing that comes to mind that someone could unironically believe.
Look at that man.
Look at his face features.
Hey people, it's Evan from the editing room. Remember when I said that our recording software kept cutting out on us? This is the first instance of that. We kept talking about Sam Witwer and his cheekbones for a little more, and then we went back to hot takes, so I'm going to fade you back in on that.
Okay, hot take.
Hot takes.
The Marvel Universe is overrated.
Oh yeah.
That is factual.
Yeah.
I'm no longer dating a hardcore Marvel fan. I can talk about it in a negative light.
Was a Marvel fan?
I was a huge Marvel fan.
Oh no.
What?
On a scale from like I like the movies to I am where I like follow all the Marvel movie stars and like all their posts.
No, she was at least a better version of that because she was a comics person first.
Oh, okay, yeah, good.
So she's like a chill version of a Marvel fan. Like I'm not like there's no judgment there, but it's like there was something where she would talk about the movies because there's some people that like they see a thing when they were younger and then when it got adapted in a way that they enjoy it, it was amazing. Like for example, I was absolutely floored. Like I would say this is probably a better one. I was floored when I saw the 2014 Godzilla movie because I saw, oh my god, this is what happens when you give Godzilla however many millions of dollars and like a good quality. Like, I'm sorry, but like, there's a difference with
Have
when
you
you
watched
get
the
like
original
full
Godzilla?
CGI.
Gojira?
Oh, yes, I've watched
Okay.
all like 40 some of them. That was my that
Because I was
meaningful
rewatching.
to me.
I was watching a video I saw on that one, and I had never realized Godzilla is characterized as a horror monster in that one, rather than just like cool monster to fight.
Yeah, there's
Metaphor
actually
for Nuke's bad.
yeah, he's metaphor
And the
for
Bikini
Nuke's
Atoll
bad.
test.
I said one of the most obvious forms of like of cultural differences is look at the Hulk versus Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
The radiation for America creates a superhero. Radiation for Japan creates horrible monster that destroys cities.
But the thing for Godzilla is that in the first movie, he's the fear of the bomb. In everything else, he's kind of just like the Earth's wrath made incarnate.
It's interesting. There's actually a lot more characterization that people don't really realize. They kind of spell it out very obviously in the new American ones. It's like Godzilla's supposed to be the universe and just natural order, and Mothra is supposed to represent Mother Nature.
Man, you'd like Neon Genesis Evangelion.
They're the protectors. They're the king and the queen of the monsters. What they're supposed to be isn't. And like part of the reason why I always liked those movies is because there was this natural conflict between, and that felt very like real and allegorical. The conflict between like the natural order of the world and Mother Nature, with Godzilla and Mothra versus a lot of their foes, such as King Ghidorah, who was an alien species trying to take over trying to create themselves as a false king. One of Godzilla's main enemies, Mecha Godzilla, a human creation designed to destroy him. Damn it, what's his name? It was this giant smog monster. I remember that one vividly, but I cannot remember the name.
Mothra.
It's like a lot of times like, well, this is what humans create to destroy,
That's an idea for a future
episode.
episode.
What?
I might have you guys watch Neon Genesis Evangelion for the first episode of the new year.
You're just gonna keep making us watch shit.
It's been a couple months, and also this time I'm telling you in advance. You have 3 weeks, or you have until January to do it.
Okay, send me a link and I'll consider it.
Well, no. That's not how this works. Like, are we doing this?
I don't know. Sarah, are you up for that?
It doesn't matter to me.
You want to watch more anime for 2021?
Well, how much more?
It's another 26 ep.
Oh, Jesus.
Are they
I don't
long
know.
episodes or are they shorter?
No, it's like Cowboy Bebop. Exactly the same.
Oh,
length.
okay. I wouldn't mind that.
Cool. Yeah, I'll send you guys the link. We'll do that for the first episode of the new year.
All right.
Hell yeah. Awesome. And you are gonna do it, right?
I did it last time. I did it last time, and I had intelligent discussion points on it.
Yes, you did, but it might be you might not want to cram it because
TV shows aren't my thing. I don't like it. The only TV show that I've actually watched all the way through is Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
How many episodes are in a season of Clone Wars?
I don't know off the top of my head. Pull it up on my damn phone right now.
Oh, there's 19. So like, there's around 20-ish episodes, right?
Yeah.
So like, just imagine you're watching a season of Clone Wars.
You know, it took me from when we started in January until the end of April to finish Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And that's a show that I was much more interested in.
If you do 2 episodes a day, if you do 2 episodes a day, that's 2 weeks, and you have 3 weeks. I'm not even gonna make you watch the end of Evangelion.
Hot take. Casey does not want to watch this.
He does not want to watch this now.
Casey's going to watch this, okay?
All right, yeah, no. Evangelion is on trust me. If I really wanted to make you do Revengeance mode, I'd make you do Neon Genesis Evangelion and Tengen Toppa and Lagann back to back, plus End of Evangelion and Death and Rebirth, but I'm not going to.
Because I ain't trying to do that.
No, I know you're not trying to do that, but there is no try, there is only do.
Well, there is do not is another option. There's 2 options. There's do and there's do not.
Okay. Ava's on Netflix, but the English dub is bad, and there's a gay relationship near the end of the series, and the Netflix dub completely cuts it out. So if you're gonna watch it, you either gotta watch it in Japanese or pirate it in English, like the old dub from the 90s. I'll send you guys a link to where you can find it. Get a good ad blocker.
Gucci.
All right, cool. So yeah, I guess we just spoiled what we're gonna do for the first episode of next month.
Oh no, it's not like we do that all the time. One of my favorite Harry Potter facts is the one where it's like, because they had to give him the fucking middle name so that his name is an anagram for I am Lord Voldemort.
One of my favorite Harry Potter facts is that before toilets were invented, wizards just used to shit on the floor and then vaporize the evidence.
Yes, they did. But in France, the translation to get it so that his name, like his French name, would translate to in French, I am Lord Voldemort. They had to make his middle name Elvis.
What?
Hold on, let me look that up.
Hold up.
But
I should make it clear. I don't like Harry Potter, and I hate the author even more. But this is kind of my little personal revenge.
I gotta find it. Okay. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, send that shit.
I'm sending the link.
Also, I forbid you from making both of the pictures Sam Witwer.
I wasn't going to. I was going to make one of them Master Chief in Fortnite and the other one Sam Witwer.
I totally agree.
It's like halfway. It's like halfway down. Like anagrams. It's like anagrams. The name of this actually does it highlight it already when you click on the link? Okay, but yeah, it's underneath anagrams and it's like the second paragraph. And yes, in other languages, translators replaced the entire name to preserve the anagram. In French, Riddle's full name becomes Tom Elvis Judasor. To replace Riddle, Judasor is phonetically the same as J. Dusor, which literally means game of spell. Which forms
Marvolo is not like an actual thing.
Yes. I also just think it's really extra because I'm assuming that the guy, I don't remember all my Harry Potter lore because I read them when I was in like second grade and I watched the movies with my family when I was in like sixth grade. I think like Tom Riddle's name was Tom Riddle. Like he was named Tom Riddle and then like he was
Tom
like, I want to
Elvis
be
Judasor is pretty cool, but we're ignoring in Spanish. The surname Riddle was changed to Riddle with a Y to form Soy Lord Voldemort.
That's pretty funny. But I was saying, like, did he have to come up with his own anagram middle name?
Sadly, that is a question which will never, ever be answered in this lifetime. Hi, folks. It's Evan from the Editing Bay again, and that was another one of those funny little moments where recording software decided to completely cut out on us, and we lost about 15-20 minutes of recording, actually, including a really funny bit about Severus Snape Rule 34. You had to be there, I guess. Anyway, we talked about Harry Potter for a little bit more, and that's where I'm going to fade you back in right now.
Guys, I need your opinion on something.
Is it Snape erotica?
No. How do you feel about disco?
I have no opinions on disco.
Disco.
It's a sigh.
I like disco.
I won't actively turn it off.
I like disco. Do you know, if I could be one fictional character, the one that pops into my mind is Donna Pinciotti from that 70s show. I want to be hot Donna. That's what I want to be right now.
I don't know who that is. I would comment, but I do not know.
Yeah, I do. I think I can picture her.
I love Donna. Hold on, I guess I can get a picture. Computer screen is so bright. Oh my god.
I can I take your Twitter privileges away, please?
No. I googled Severus Snape hot to find that picture.
I take away your internet privileges, living privileges, for just that string of what just happened. You were like, yeah, I'm gonna tweet out spoilers for this episode.
I posted another out of context spoiler.
It's gonna be that. See, that's what Sarah was thinking about at night during her fucking golf phase.
Okay.
And I'm
getting real with this magic wand, doing battle with a fearsome dragon, showing him your cave of wonders.
Yeah.
What's the fearsome dragon in this metaphorical Lydia? None of you have watched Sword Art Online Abridged. God damn it.
No, we haven't.
Oh. Yeah, no, I do recognize that person.
It's Donna.
I think she was in Orange is the New Black.
She is, yeah.
And it's Donna.
I watched like the first 5 seasons of that and then dropped it.
So I don't know how people just pick up TV shows. That's something I just never was able to do, like consistently. I tried. It's just not. I don't get it, honestly.
Casey spends his time in a white room with a saxophone.
Casey spends his time, more accurately, playing games he's already played before and beaten, and then also being bad at the piano, but doing it a lot. So he should be getting better, but he's only
Mr. Saxophone.
He's also being Mr. Saxophone.
Saxophone. Casey doesn't have boobs though.
I'm Mr. Saxophone.
I do. That's the problem, Evan. I do. That's the issue.
I'm Mr. Saxophone.
You're Mr. Saxophone? Look at me. I'm Mr. Saxophone now.
Dude, I'm changing my my Twitch name to Mr. Saxophone.
No.
Well, then again, I actually was thinking about this, Evan. I want to get your take on this. Well, you can both have takes on this, which was because I really like the decision that they're making Gren non-binary in the new in the live action.
Oh yeah, good for them.
Good for them. I'm a big fan of it. But the question is that what happens to the name Mr. Saxophone? That's the main.
We talked about this.
I feel like Faye's gonna still call them Mr. Saxophone.
No. What about saxophone person?
I hate to sound like Ben Shapiro, but just like saxophone person of unspecified gender.
Saxophone person of unspecified gender does not connotate the same raw, visceral emotion that Faye says when she calls him Mr. Saxophone. think that would make the scene where Gren is in the shower and he
Can you
Stop.
extend that in the
face
editing
his
for like
titties.
20 minutes? Can it just be
You're
like
gonna-
you stuttering like for like an excessively long time?
I went into that bit and then I realized I actually stutter. And I'm like, oh shit, do they think that I'm just really fucking up talking right now?
I thought that was a bit.
Because you know me. You know I stutter
No,
in real life.
not at all.
Really?
You have such a metered way of talking that if you do stutter, I just imagine that it's just you slightly breaking this very metered way of talking.
Holy shit. Whoa, what?
I legitimately did not know you stuttered.
You think I have a metered way of talking? Hold up. What do you mean by that?
Whenever you talk, it's always like in a sentence that sounds like it's been thought of for the last 15 minutes.
Okay, do me a favor. Talk like me.
I already kind of do on this podcast. The way that I talk, because you don't use a lot of sentence fillers. You don't. There's not a lot of uhs or likes.
Wait, what?
I don't hear it. And I remember I had to sit and listen to these podcasts a bunch of times through, and I don't hear. There's not a lot of likes or uhs. There's just talking.
Sarah, can you weigh in on this? What do you think?
Okay, your sentence structure and your words seems very methodical, very planned out when you say stuff. Like it seems like you've been sitting on the subjects. Like it's very like when you speak. Like I don't hear a stutter either. To be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like it just doesn't. I don't hear a stutter at all.
Huh. Yeah, no, I do. I stutter all the time, and I just did it right then on the I.
Yeah, I don't hear that as a stutter generally. What I hear is like normally most of your sentences are very much deliberate and methodical, as she said. And then when you do stutter, if you're stuttering, which I don't hear it as a stutter, I hear it as just, oh, he can't always talk as if he's written this speech out 40 minutes ago.
Holy shit, no. Most of what I say, I just come up on the fly. Come up with on the fly.
Well, yeah, it's just it being good at the English
no
language.
shit. That's how conversation works. But like, that's really interesting. I would have told you that I sound like I just talk with a stutter, and I'm very uncertain about what I'm saying.
Nah, well, your podcast voice is very, very professional, and it doesn't sound like you're making things up on the fly.
Well, thank you very much. That's the nicest thing I've heard all night.
I could be nicer if you want.
No, you're fine. You don't need
Be
to
nicer.
I
Be
will
nicer. Be
I'll be
nicer.
I was very, very, very happy earlier today while we were just sitting playing video games. It's the happiest I've been in a while because I honestly haven't had a time to just sit with like a good friend and just do something that we both enjoy for a while, and where I haven't been overanalyzing dynamics between the two of us. Was just two friends hanging out, and I really enjoyed it. And that's kind of the dynamic that I like with us, is that we don't sit there and worry about whether or not like which one of us has like the upper hand or anything. It's just us hanging out, and that's why I want to hang out with you guys again. And that's why I was happy playing Portal 2 with you earlier today, Evan. So yeah.
Oh, that was a ton of fun.
It was awesome. It was great. And once again, I really want to stream it because I just want to be able to clip when Evan says, I'm going to try something, and then runs off the edge of a platform. I'm just picturing it because, like, it's split screen, Sarah. So,
oh yeah, no, we can see everything the other person's doing.
Like, so I'm watching Evan, like, as in on my side of the screen, I can see Evan's model, and I see him turn around, look at me, and go, I'm going to try something, and then turn back around and walk directly off of the platform and fall into the water below.
LOL.
It was like he was like, yes, I'm going to deliberately create comedy. I'm going to do the funniest thing I've ever done and walk it. No, you've done other very much funny things.
I think one tweet was still very funny.
That was really good. I'm
gonna fuck it up.
I almost missed a question in theory because of that tweet. I was fucking laughing my ass off, and then I was like, well, Casey,
LMAOing in real life.
Yeah, bro. LMAO became so popular that made it a real thing.
Dude.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite Evan tweets.
One of my favorite things. I sent it to. He never responded, which leads me to believe he didn't find it funny. Was Ronald Reagan laughs as Tom York vomits on a cake.jpg. Now, as funny as we can all agree that Tom York vomiting onto a cake while Ronald Reagan laughs is, the recording software clearly didn't agree with that and decided to just cut out on us right then and there. We talked for a little more about that, about some other stuff. Did you know Minecraft has a it'll read the chat feature?
Yes, I did. I did know.
I was playing Minecraft with one time, and guess who plays Minecraft with his text to speech on?
Oh. I mean, that's like a nice accessible feature, but also
yeah. So you haven't lived until you've heard a Minecraft auto voice go, "What the fuck did you say to me, you little shit? I'll have you know." It'll say anything. it doesn't censor words.
Also, I'm sorry, but I'm scrolling up in the Discord chat because I cannot continue to have Severus Snape stare into my eyes and
Oh,
beckon.
come on. Don't
want
you
it.
find him inviting?
No, I just think, wow, Alan Rickman was a great actor, and it's very sad that he has passed. That is all I think. And he's just staring me dead in the eyes.
He wants you.
I don't want him back.
Drop him off
sad.
Nakatomi Plaza then. Worked well enough for Bruce Willis. I gotta figure out how do you fade in audio in Audacity.
It's literally just select whatever section of audio you want to be used as the fade in, not like the whole audio thing.
Yeah.
Like the beginning portion, and then just go to effects and then fade in is down there.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's actually it's really easy, honestly. If you want to know, because I actually once again I did a lot of shit with our audio and stuff like that. If you want to know how I do what specifically I use to the settings to do the Smash announcer voice thing, if you want to do all that, I can just let me know, because I still I still know what I'm doing. I just procrastinate on it too much and fuck it up. I'm convinced that the reason because right now I have a weird vocal range where my vocal range goes up extremely high, and I can keep it in tune really high, except the sound of my voice isn't very good, so it doesn't sound good while it's up there. But it's up there. I've sang soprano, and my mom has a lower voice, and so she would do the male parts, and I would do all of the female parts.
Oh, sure. I taught myself how to sing in a tenor range by singing along to Father of the Bride by Vampire Weekend.
One of my friends, he lives down the street from me. He toured with Evanescence as their harp player at one point. Yeah.
Listen to that song I sent in the chat. You can put it on a low volume. That's what I'm doing right now. Just having this background noise.
I already have a different song playing as background noise, though.
Fair.
I already have Lonnie Smith playing his background noise, which, by the way, I think everybody should listen to Lonnie Smith because he's fucking great. I remember I played a bit of Lonnie Smith for Sarah, and she was like we're 3-4 bars in, and Sarah's like, I'm hooked.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know Ronnie Smith at all.
Lonnie with an L.
Lonnie Smith. See?
So I remember it was it's the chill, hold on.
Yes, I remember. It's guitar.
He's an organist and a guitar player as well. It's funny because Lonnie Smith is also a famous baseball player.
Yeah. It's like the ethereal tuning video. You guys have heard that, right?
The what now?
Have you never heard playing ethereal tuning? Oh my god, it might be one of my favorite videos. Hold on, I'm gonna send it. It's like a 5-second clip, and it is take a minute.
I'm sending what I was listening to in the background as well. There we go.
Listen to that playing ethereal tuning video right now. It's 2 seconds long.
The ad that I got before the video is longer than the video. No, it's not. Oh wait, no, I have seen this. Yeah.
I love this video. I wish it was longer.
This is part of the reason why I want to learn guitar, because there's so much fun stuff you can do with it. And also because I've watched Coco for the 3rd time in 3 weeks today, and it's my new favorite animated movie. And that says a lot because a lot of my favorite movies are animated. Coco has taken the top spot.
I can get you hooked on Hayao Miyazaki so easily.
And also, I know she doesn't listen to this, so I can say it. I'm madly in love with a girl whose mom is Mexican.
Who's the girl?
Do I have to know exactly who it is? I didn't know that for a while, but then
she's Mexican?
Yeah, her mom's like.
What's her last name? I legitimately forget who this is.
Yeah, her mom's from Mexico, and I'm like, all right, so this is now more incentive to learn guitar because, I don't know,
Chasing King.
What?
Chasing King.
I've been chasing it, and it ain't gonna happen. I know it ain't gonna happen. I'm a rational human being, but we chasing it anyway. I'm out here looking like fucking Clovis, but without the rapey stuff.
You can change your hair. That's a thing you're allowed to do.
No, that's not what I did not mean with the hair. I was talking about in the going after a romantic conquest that will never happen. Not in the hair department. Clovis's hair is brown, and he does not shave it on the sides like a dick. And I make a lot of jokes about my hair. And yes, one, I know I can change it, but also everything I've tried to change it to looks worse. I've tried it. The haircut that I have now was after months of deliberation as to what I was going to do with my hair and 2 different salon advices. And both of them were just kind of let it do what it does naturally. And then what it does naturally is this. And so I'm just going to play into that. I will say I might not shave the sides next time I get a haircut, though, because it's getting cold.
Yeah.
My head gets cold. That was the original reason I got the side shave was because I was going on a service trip to West Virginia, the Appalachian Mountain region. And I was like, well, somebody said once I'd look cool with my sides shaved. And also, I'm going now to a place where I'll be working outdoors. I was working with Habitat for Humanity. It was a really cool experience.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I could talk about that. Like, it's awesome. It was a great time. I was like, hey, this will, because most of the places that I sweat, I remember from football, from basketball, was on the sides of my head. And I was like, well, if I shave that, then I won't sweat there because there's not hair.
Gamer
And
moment.
as surprising as it may sound, it worked. But yeah, Appalachia was a great time. I heard the song, I heard Country Roads about 400 times, and it never got old somehow.
The original or the Fallout 76 version?
Not the Fallout 76 version, okay.
Sucks because that one's better.
I know. I know it's objectively better, but I like the John Denver one simply because it reminds me of this trip.
Yeah, that's fair.
But the last, so I'm going to one more thing is on this trip. So we worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday we got one day to not be working outside. And then Friday we had a half day, and then we packed up Friday night, and then we left Saturday morning. So Thursday we went whitewater rafting.
Habitat for Humanity. It was their time to move on.
But no, we were helping build there was like a little Habitat for Humanity like development essentially. It was just a bunch of houses that were all built by Habitat for Humanity, and they were putting sidewalks in.
Okay.
And so our Tuesday was mostly just flattening out fucking pavement shit. It was cool. We went whitewater rafting on one of the toughest rivers in the country, and it was like, have you guys ever been whitewater rafting?
No.
I can't remember. Probably.
Well, like a lot of places, like especially up in the Poconos, I went there once when I was younger, and the roughest you'll get, there's classifications for all of the rapids. I feel, by the way, really weird that I'm by most people's definitions like a city slicker, and I'm like, yeah, let's talk about whitewater rafting.
Just water.
Shut up, Sarah. It's
like I've been ziplining in a cave. I don't remember if I've been.
I've
done a lot of shit.
That's badass.
Down in Kentucky, there's these crystal caves down in Kentucky that you can zipline through.
That is badass. But so there's like in the places up in the Poconos, you'll get like class 1 and class 2.
Okay.
And there's no real danger to that. The most dangerous you can get to is technically class 6, but class 6 rapids, by definition,
You need a boat.
that you can't get. Like class 5 there's one path out. If you fall out, there's real danger to you. And then class 5 means there's one path that's the way out of it, and then it's like choppy water, all the other stuff. And then a class 6 means there's no way out.
Oh.
So like,
why is there a classification for you fuck?
There's a classification for you're going to die. There's a classification for get your ass out of this boat and get to land. Like there's 4 class 5s, like 7 or 8 class 4s, and mostly class 3s on this one river we were on. It's one of like the top rated ones in the country.
Sure.
And so we were going with a guy. Once again, it was just a bunch of like high school dudes, just being dudes. And so like we had like 4 or 5 boats worth of dudes, and we all had like a guide, and our guide, we had the option. It was like, all right, you're in the bus on the way over, and we were like the second to last group in the back of the bus, and there was like, all right, so you guys have a choice between 2 of the guides that are left. Do you want Scooter or Neo? I mean, we went, what? Those are real people's names? And we're like, yes. And so we were like, all right, we want Neo.
God, I love Appalachia.
Fucking Matrix. Turns out like he's just like this like kind of old dude who just was like, yeah, I like fucking whitewater rapids. And so
water.
I'm not going to comment on the fact that you guys are both getting on me about how I say water. I'm going to say water like that the whole time. I'm not going to stop.
What? You.
I will do what I want.
The guy who voice acted Bolin on The Legend of Korra says it Wooder, at least in the first season. They made him chill the fuck out after that. But in the first season, he's like, wait, I thought you were a Wooderbender because you're dressed in Wooderbender robes. And Korra's like, yeah, but I'm the Avatar, so I can bend everything.
Wooderbender, baby. But
he also has a southern accent. So in the third season, when they go to Ba Sing Se, he goes, Mako, this is Ba Sing Se, this is where Dad grew up. Like he slips into a dialect a couple times.
He does all the accents. I'm almost done the story here. There's 2 more parts. There's the one part, so we get in and like Neo is like yelling at us because it's loud. Like this river's loud. And Neo is like, all right, all the rapids have names. So I'm going to tell you what all the names are. This first one's coming up in a little bit. We call this one Surprise. And we went, it's called Surprise? It's called fucking Surprise? And you're like, yeah, because it doesn't look like a rapid, but then you get there and it's like a 4-foot drop straight down.
Oh,
like,
cool.
It's literally like just a complete, like, you do not see it until you're in it. And then like a couple of them that are coming up are goddamn hilarious. There was one, because like he'd tell you like instructions if you fall out of the boat, or like what to do, as like where to paddle so that you go through the right way. Well, there was the one like one of the first. He's like, all right, this is our first class 4. Call this one the Greyhound Bus Stopper. And we're like,
by the way, I want you to know I'm picturing Keanu Reeves in full trench coat.
You know what? He's actually like a 5'4" dude with like who kind of looks like Guy Fieri if he was bald.
Yeah, I'm simultaneously picturing like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix and like the dad from Shameless at the same time.
Yeah, kind of. But this one's the Greyhound Bus Stopper. You're going to have to roll real hard. And we're like, what the fuck? Are you kidding? Then probably the best name in the end was, all right, everybody better roll right or else you'll end up in the meat grinder.
That sounds like a bit from Family Guy or something like that. Where it's like
it does. That was real. Neil was like, "You're gonna fucking die." Like we asked, anybody ever gotten injured on there? It's like, yeah, some dude fell in the meat grinder, and we all thought he was joking. And then we got to that point in the river, and he was like, "All right," because once again he's screaming. But then so we're on like this, where we got through all the class 5s because all the class 5s are right next to each other. Fun fact, actually, you know what? I realized the Greyhound Bus Stopper. The reason that it's like that is because there is a house-sized rock underground.
Holy shit!
Like straight up, there is like it gets to be like 3 feet deep when you're at the Greyhound Bus Stopper because this rock is that fucking big. Oh wait, I forgot one more story where it was before the last one, which is the funniest.
You've got a story, and then I've got a story, and then we've been recording for almost an hour and a half.
Yeah,
I have an assignment due at midnight that I have to do.
Holy shit!
I will finish this up fast. Okay. So we get to a rock where they're like, you can jump off into the water. It's great and everything. And one of our teachers gets out because there's like a teacher with us in the boat too. And he's like, he's got his glasses and he was like, all right, I'm not going to jump. I'm just going to stand up here with you guys and then go back down in the boat. And then he looks down and the boat's already halfway down the river.
Oh, shit.
He's like, oh, fuck. And so he just lost his glasses and could not see for the rest of the trip.
Oh, my God.
They managed to get him new glasses because he had to drive back. Like, they straight up were like, you cannot drive back. You can't see right. But then we're at the very end of this here. So all the class 5s are right next to each other at the end of this. So then we get to the end, and then there's like a class 4 and there's a class 3, and then there's a one class 4, and then you're done. And so we're essentially fucking pros at this point. Like we're all absolutely eating. And so we get to the end, and nobody's fallen out yet. We've done a pretty good job until we get to this one where where 2 people fall out.
Okay.
On one boat, and one of them follows the instructions. Where sometimes they'll be like, "All right, if you fall out, you're going to swim this way," and one of them swam to the left. And there was actually a guy on a kayak who would go ahead of us and take video. The guy who fell out, the first one, went like flying way down the river. He was like so much farther than everybody else, but he was where he wanted. He did the right thing actually. He was fine. The other kid fell out of the boat and then grabbed the side of it and then kept trying to pull himself in, but of course you can't because you're in a giant rapid while trying to pull yourself up by just your arms. It's not going to happen. And you keep trying to hold him a paddle so he can look at it, but he won't open his eyes. And so our teacher on that boat apparently was screaming, "Open your fucking eyes!" in the top of his lungs and hitting him with the paddle. And then let's go. And everyone's like, oh, fuck. Now, the first lesson we got when we left that day was do not jump out to save somebody. Don't do it.
Who jumped?
The most Irish-looking boy I've ever seen screams, "I'm a lifeguard," jumps out of the boat, and then instantly hits his knees on a rock and can't help him at all.
Oh my God.
Floundering.
That's incredible. That's horrible, but like that's super funny.
He was fine, but it was fucking hilarious because they have video of him like getting ready to jump, and we saw it because we were ahead, and
I'm a lifeguard. Eat shit.
He just yells, "I'm a lifeguard," and then just instantly gets fucked up.
All right. I've got a story.
You got to be quick. Sarah's got an assignment to do.
Yeah. So this was back in high school. We were rock climbing in gym class. We were doing belaying, and I was on belay. Did you guys do that in high school? Like, you did rock wall climbing, yeah?
No.
Wait, what?
No.
My school had a rock climbing wall in the gym.
You guys had a rock climbing?
We were poor.
I went to a nice upscale school, and we didn't have a fucking rock climbing wall.
Yeah, we had a rock climbing wall.
All right. Oh, I forgot. Sarah and I were driving around once, and we went by your high school. And
I know you sent me a picture.
Campus. Like, I swear to God, you had more buildings than Westchester does.
There are 2.
Well, they're gigantic.
The middle school and high school in one campus.
They're gigantic.
They are?
Yeah, dude, that is one of the most impressive campuses I've ever seen for a school.
Really?
Yes.
Most schools around here look similar to that.
Well, yeah, because you guys are from upscale neighborhoods.
This is fair. Yeah, it is. It is a
Yeah,
nice place.
like I thought I was in.
I'm not saying it's like I'm not being like, wow, no, it's a shithole, but like, it doesn't look any nicer or worse off than like. Or that's a really nice stadium. Honestly, their stadium is really good.
Yeah, see, is a nice school, and we don't even have a stadium. We have to play at other people's places. That's also because it's a land issue. Like
Sure.
we have a nature trail, and they're like, if we get rid of the nature trail, we can put a stadium in and have enough parking. And then everyone's like, no, fuck you, we're keeping the nature trail.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like sinkholes that may or may not be opening up under the campus a lot of the time. So
y'all are fucked.
yeah, basically not like soon, but they definitely do need to fix that at some point. So
Probably should get on.
Anyway, I was in gym class. We were rock climbing. I was belaying this kid, and he was kind of being annoying. And like he and I were friends, and I was like the guy letting the rope out, right? And he was about 4 feet up in the air, and it was like the end of class. So everyone else, like I was kind of taking him down slowly, and he was like, "Dude, drop me!" And everyone, and he's like, and I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Dude, no, seriously, drop me." I'm like, "Okay." So I dropped his ass from about 5 feet in the air. And he landed on his ass. I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Oh, I slipped."
Oh no.
Yeah.
I slipped.
Didn't
I'm
hurt
so
anything.
sorry.
It's fine. Anyway, that's my story. And we've got an assignment due in 20 minutes, Sarah. And we have been recording for like almost, 2 hours at this point. Pushing majority. We're closer to 2 hours than we are to an hour and a half. You want to do an outro?
Honestly, I don't even feel like doing an outro.
All right. Friends, this has been really nice having you here. This has been the Weeb Sports Podcast. My name is Evan, and I was joined tonight by our host, Sarah.
Yeah, hey.
And Casey.
Yep.
All right. And thank you all for coming out. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Sleep tight. Enjoy the moonlight. It's been good to have you here. Thank you very much for listening. Take it easy.
Merry goddamn Christmas.
And we'll see you later. Bye.